The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge travelled from London to Scotland on the Royal Train in December, which cost the taxpayer almost £48,000, according to the latest royal accounts. William and Kate travelled 1,250 miles by rail to thank communities, outstanding individuals and key workers for their efforts during the coronavirus pandemic. However, royal expert Daniela Elser highlighted that the cost of their grand trip did not particularly make much of an impression. She added that if Meghan and Harry had spent the same, they would have sparked outrage, meaning the Duchess of Sussex did not get the same support. She wrote in Australian newspaper Adelaide Now, "What makes this such an interesting revelation is not just their willingness to zip around the nation in suitably grand style, but the fact that this news will most likely fail to really register or to make much of an impression." But, just for a moment, imagine the self-righteous clamour this news would have sparked if instead it had been Harry and Meghan, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, on board chewing their way across the UK. The headlines would have been all outrage and massive fonts. Someone would have put out a poll to see if public approval for them had fallen, and there would be no end of starchy commentators willing to castigate Harry and Meghan on the airwaves. Factor in too here that having played the game so assiduously and having cemented such a rock-solid base of support for their modernising version of the monarchy, in instances such as this, William and Kate get free passes. Harry and Meghan, by contrast, having been at the epicenter of a seemingly never-ending parade of crises, enjoy no such latitude. Good princes get expensive train rides. Naughty ones who imprudently go on Oprah and air their family's dirty laundry in prime time only get raked over the coals. All's fair in love and war, or so the saying goes, but clearly that never, ever applies when it comes to royalty. During their trip, Kate and William made stops in Edinburgh, Manchester, Berwick, Batley, Cardiff and Bath Spa, before ending their three-day tour by visiting the Queen at Windsor Castle. The royal family's sovereign accounts revealed the Cambridge's journey cost £47,965 after the monarchy only made a handful of major royal trips due to the pandemic. The most expensive was Prince Charles' charter flight in October to Kuwait to pay his respects following the death of the country's emir, Sheikh Sabah al-Ahmad al-Sabah, at a cost of £58,993. The overall cost for royal travel during 2020-21 was £3.2 million, down by £2.1 million on the previous financial year. But despite the reduced number of trips, a huge amount of the funds was used for leasing payments for the transportation. The cost of helicopters was £2.1 million, including operating lease payments of £600,000. Large and small fixed-wing aircraft cost £100,000 each. Rail travel was £700,000, which included lease payments of £200,000, and vehicles £200,000. The accounts also showed Harry and Meghan's £2.4 million reimbursement of the taxpayer for renovating Frogmore Cottage also included more than 18 months' rent. The report stated Harry and Meghan paid rent for the 5 months up to May last year and after moving to America and signing a lucrative deal with Netflix, later paid the £2.4 million refurbishment bill. The sum also appeared to cover a 22-month rental period, from June 2020 until March 2022, when the couple's annual license to occupy their private UK home will be up for renewal. In the 2018-19 Royal Financial Report, the work to renovate Frogmore Cottage was listed as costing £2.4 million, with the document adding, the scheme consisted of the reconfiguration and full refurbishment of 5 residential units in poor condition to create the official residence for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and their family. The work started on site in November 2018 and was substantially completed by the end of March 2019. A spokesperson for the Sussexes said, "The Duke made a substantial contribution to the sovereign grant last year to support necessary and existing refurbishments to Frogmore Cottage, which specifically included essential structural updates to the building. As part of this agreement, all tenant obligations are being met. The Duke and Duchess continue to operate with no money being drawn from the UK taxpayer."